Hello everybody, what's happening? I have an exciting video for you guys, but also very educational. I hope that this helps you, opens your eyes to new ideas and strategies. First thing I'm going to say right now is this is not something that you would do all the time, and yes, warthogs are probably necessary and blah 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 for whatever reason, but there are scenarios in which this strategy would make sense. So like I say, I'm going to show you all the different strategies, and you do with them with what you want. But I can guarantee you one thing. This is a strategy that no one else does. No one will ever probably do until they see this video. And I've done this myself quite a few times in twos, and a lot of people don't really know what it is they're seeing when they see it. And you'll see what I mean in a minute here, guys. It's very exciting, and you'll know by the title what it is, so I guess I'm not really spoiling it by saying it. But as you can see right here, pay attention to the build, because the build's very important, particularly for one reason. I'm playing with a 209 destroyer here, and I told him, I knew what he was going to do because I told him what to do. Okay, because obviously anyone scouting this, but most of the time they're going to go hogs, they're going to attack, blah blah blah. I'd go tanks, I'd go hogs too, blah blah blah. So this strat I was trying to show you when it is most effective, and that's if a cutter decides to go tanks, you could throw this in his face and do something like this, especially if you know the person is a down techer. There are a lot of down tech builders out there, and if you'll notice I have a delay on my main, and that is purposely, guys. It is purposely. So I'm putting up a depot, and I want the depot up quickly. It doesn't really matter which order, but it's important to keep your buildings moving as quickly as possible, so that's why you make sure your expo builds priority, usually. And anyways, this strategy is Cobra strategy. And I'm going to say right now that Cobra strategy is very different. Probably not very many of you know how to use Cobras. I hope that this shows you some really cool stuff. I'm gonna do a Micro Monday on Cobra Micro specifically, but I wanted to give you something to look forward to see what Cobras are capable of. And when I say Cobras, I don't mean full population Cobras. I don't mean 5 or 6 Cobras. I mean mixing one Cobra or even 2 in your army, it can be helpful in a lot of situations. If you're going tanks and they're going tanks, throw a Cobra in and keep it in the back of your army. I guarantee you, if you get good doing it, that Cobra is going to get a star very quickly. And whether he gets a star or not, he's going to do a lot of damage. Okay, he gets one shot off locked down, he's going to do as much damage as 2 to 3 canister shells. You know, anyways, guys, so check this out. I am building a Cobra, and I am building and I'm upgrading deflection plating. This is the amazing strategy, guys. Check it out. You ready? Deflection plating. I'm going to explain something right now about deflection plating, okay? Because while I still have time. If you don't have deflection plating, first of all, canister shells rape you. Deflection plating actually does reflect a lot of the projectiles that attack your Cobra. So deflection plating is really awesome. Secondly, a Cobra lockdown without deflection plating will not single shot a Warthog dead. But with deflection plating, it will kill a Gosshog in one shot. Cobras are very accurate, they don't miss, and they have very far range, and they can shoot through a base. So if you'll notice where I have my Cobra locked down, this is important, okay? Very important. Because let's say they come in with tanks, or even Warthogs, for example. I'm going to kill, let's say it was Gosshogs coming in. I'm going to kill 3 Gosshogs before they even get to my Cobra. And then they've got to try and kill this Cobra. Not to mention, if I'm meat shielding the Cobra with my tank, and I guard my Cobra, he's going to get a lot of shots. They're going to back down. And when they back down, the hogs aren't going to do anything. And secondly, this strat works better against tanks, by the way. But I just wanted to mention, deflection plating decreases the amount of shots it takes to kill a unit by 1 shot. So let me put it to you in another way that makes sense. It increases the DPS by 10%. Okay? It's actually about 12-13%, but we're not going to get into that. So, basically what's going to happen here is he's doing a down tech canny build, the most powerful one, 4 canny tanks, 6 minutes on my base. And I'm going to hold it off with less tanks. I have canister shell in 1 tank and only 2 deflection plating cobras. They're locked down. He comes in. I'm going to get a canny. I'm going to come back. And watch this. He's going to come right for my cobras. And look how many shots I'm getting. Boom, 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 boom. He cannies. See that? That should have killed my cobra. But look at that. It didn't die. Why didn't it die? Because it has deflection plating. He backs down. Why did he back down? He did a down tech build. Now, this is really cool, guys. You're like, well, not everybody does a down tech build. That's true. If he didn't do a down tech build and I'm scouting him and I know he's going tanks, I could do this strat. And if I know he's not doing a down tech build, I would just scout and I'd wait for me to hit Kenny and I would actually push his base and I'd lock my cobras down just outside of his expo and I'd make sure no tank gets to those cobras and I would slowly squeeze my opponent like a python, squeezing the air out of him. I'll continue to keep sniping his tanks, killing off his tank numbers, and the fact of the matter is I have deflection plating cobras, which are a seriously underestimated unit. A lot of people talk shit about cobras. I'm going to change this. Give me a couple weeks, guys. I'm going to prove to you that cobras are worthy in this game. I'm going to show you how to use them. I'm going to show you how to make them boss. I'm actually, this is a perfect demonstration. Destroyer is trying his very hardest with the strat I told him to do, and from now on he's improvising anything he wants to do to try and stop me. Within normal parameters, that is. But, and this is going to be realistic. You're actually going to see an epic battle. One that I'm not going to ruin the ending. But I'm going to show you what you do with this strategy after the attack. Once you hold it off, I knew you guys probably would have asked me, well, what do you do, Smug, after they attack? And they, you know, this is what you do. You hold this position where my tanks are in right now. Make sure you're always the first one to canister, by the way. See that? I just canny and get out. See those? He tries to come around and sneakily try and get to my covers. I pull him out and I meat shield him. See that? I keep my covers alive because I don't have third tech anymore. I could have kept third tech. I want people to realize that. I could have. I don't need to, though. All I need is these 2 cobras, and I need to keep them alive. By keeping them alive, I get maximum usage out of them. The more shots they get, the better they are. Okay? Every shot from them hurts, because they're deflection plating. And when I have a hurt tank, I'll just heal out my cobra, probably. So, I just fall back because I know he has a lot of tanks. And I'm going to tell you, this game's exciting, okay? So, I'm going to wait for a Monday micro video when I decide to do cobras to actually give you the charts of how much kills what and how many shots and blah blah blah. But that was a fail heal, by the way, but I only need to heal 1 cobra anyway. But I know a lot of high-level players watching this, they're probably going to be like, oh yeah, check this out, okay, I'm going to commentate the battle, split, canny, and then I try to get my covers back in. He pushes. One thing you got to know about Destroyer is he always pushes at a time, I don't know whether it's luck or what, but he always pushes at a time that is just not convenient for me. And so my cobras aren't locking down. I'm telling them to lock down. You're like, well, this isn't selling it, Smug. Why would you? They're not doing what you ask. Because it doesn't matter. Once they're locked down, I can hold this position. Now, see, they're sniping. See that? Snipe. That did a lot of damage. And it's not going to matter because he's trying to push me, and it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because I have cobras, and he has to try and get to my cobras, and he can't. So, and I'm just sniping. See that? Like, he has to pull away, and I don't. I have perfect defense. You're like an arbiter, blah 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 blah. That's true, guys. An arbiter could be a problem. A chieftain could be a problem. Remember, I'd have a teammate too. And I'm just trying to show you that cobras aren't as useless as you think. And I just wanted to show you that the key to making cobras work is deflection plating. You get deflection plating if you decide to go a cobra 2. And remember this, cobras only cost $350. Deflection plate is only 400. So if I spend $400 and $350 to get one deflection plate in Cobra, for example, you know, and instead of one round of double pump, to me that's worth it because that Cobra is going to get a lot of damage and a lot of use out of him. He hasn't killed my Cobras yet, and I guarantee you that they have done a lot more damage than $700 worth. 750, so soon. Anyway, so look what's happening here. I'm just slowly pushing until I can eventually get my Cobras locked down around his expo. If I can achieve that in any situation, and I have almost as much tanks, and I have lockdown Cobras, the game is over. Because anything you get just gets sniped. Now, I pull back in here because I'm like, oh, there's a red bar. And you guys should always do that. Snipe the red bars, okay? Don't hesitate. And, now I unlock my Cobras, which I should have done 30 seconds ago, but I'm just being safe because I can't lose these Cobras, remember. If I lose these Cobras, it's gonna suck. I'd still be okay, but it's not gonna be fun. Because I spent a lot of money on them and a lot of time. And I am going to keep them alive. And it just goes to show you, this whole game, I kept them alive. Like, in a 2v2 you wouldn't. You know what? I guarantee you I'd keep them alive. And if they died fighting. And if Banshees tried to get them, oh well. I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, my Covey either has something or he doesn't. So now I've locked the middle. Okay, I'm getting closer to his base. See this? I'm squeezing him. I'm getting closer. Eventually, when I get enough tanks, I'll push and I'll squeeze again. So, this strategy is really interesting. I like doing it. It's fun. It's different. I recommend you try it. And, oh, yeah, I'm not forgetting. Check out S-Pro Mitch Bazista's channel. He's got the Science of Micro videos up. They're really exciting. We're doing Arbiter next. And we just did Gremlins. We've done Tanks and Banshees. And it's a really good series. I actually look forward every week to doing it. See the Cobras, how much effort they're getting in? Look at that. See how far they hit? Look how much damage I did. He made one wrong mistake to push in, and look how much damage it does. By the time he gets away, now I've decided, okay, it's game over. Now I see his tanks going around, right? So I don't want him to get to my Cobras, so I pull back. Because I'm a little bit scared. So I'm like, okay, it's time. So I'm going to unlock my Cobras, and I'm going to get him into the final destination position. Because that's it. So let me know what you guys thought of this. Please comment, rate, subscribe, leave a like, tell your friends. And let me know if you tried this strategy and if you liked it. And look forward to the Monday Micro. I don't know if it's this week or next week's Monday Micro, but I am going to do a Cobra one. And I hope by the end of it you understand Cobras. So, I don't know what my black bar is doing. Run! Okay. So, alright. So, and if you'll notice, my Cobra has a star. You know why he has a star? Because he got a lot of use out of them. Cobras get stars quickly, and once they get a star, they start doing work. So now I unlock, because I know it's safe to, and I move into the final destination. I'm gonna go for the throat now. That's it. Game over. And I come rolling in, and I don't move my Cobras past a certain position. So I'm going to move them in, and I want to find their tanks before I lock down. And I'm going to kill this pad, and I'm going to stay where I can exit. I don't want to go anywhere where I can get trapped. Okay? So I plant right there, and I plant right there. That's the safest place to go. He's going to engage my tanks, but once my Cobra's locked down, and then of course I just mag, but you see how they can just snipe from that far? Snipe, snipe, snipe. And now any tank that drives by just gets double shot. See that? It got red barred by 2 shots there. Boom, and then it gets sniped. Anything that comes out just gets raped. Anyways guys, have a great day and enjoy the epic Cobra bombshelling.
Targets. You are are victorious.